where I was at this point in the year ago, I wasn't really thinking about football, and I was enjoying the summer weather in Wisconsin because you have a shorter period of time to enjoy this type of weather. So yeah, I was probably more disconnected at this time last year. I mean, Labor Day was a fun weekend with the family. And just talking with Rich this morning, I didn't realize Labor Day was coming up. So I think that's kind of in tune when we know football's right around the corner.
Yeah, that's how you know a football coach is back coaching football, when he doesn't know what month it is or what the next holiday is coming up on the calendar. And that's where Mike McCarthy is. And this is where Mickey Spagnola and I are. It's Inside Cowboys Training Camp, brought to you by Ford. And now they are to the time when the decisions get made. One more practice for them tomorrow. Then on Saturday, they'll have to cut down the roster.
Yeah, absolutely. So you have to go from presumably 80 to 53. The Cowboys already made 7 cuts the day before, so we'll see if they keep whittling away. And now the decisions have become a little more tougher because there's a few at the end of the roster. It's like, do I keep them? Can I get them on the practice squad? Now, you get 16 guys on the practice squad this year, and you can put several that have accrued seasons. So you're not limited by not putting a veteran there. You can do that. But you just kind of, it's a real jigsaw puzzle to try to put that together.
And while they're doing that, they're getting ready for the season. And of course, for the Cowboys, so much attention on the offense. A new head coach with the same offensive coordinator, the same quarterback, but a different system. And Mike McCarthy was also talking today about the fact that he's wanted everybody to understand from the beginning that this is Kellen Moore's offensive show.
Yeah, so day one, I mean, Kellen was a big part of the equation as the offensive coordinator, and frankly, it was based on the decision of the development of Dak, where I felt that he was and what he's accomplished over the past 4 years, and it's at the end of the day, a big part of your success as a football team is the production of the quarterback. So it's about the quarterback, being as comfortable and confident in everything we do. And
now, Mike McCarthy made that plain as soon as he got the job that Kellen Moore was his offensive coordinator and the play caller. As a matter of fact, he went as far as saying if the Cowboys hadn't hired him, he had already been on to Kellen Moore and would have tried to bring him wherever he was wanting to go. So I think it's a good thing, Brad, that because of Kellen's relationship with Dak, that you just don't try to rewrite everything and start from scratch. And as I continue to say, the offense was pretty good last year. They had problems at times in the red zone. They had problems at times scoring in games they needed to score or making plays. But they were the #1 offense in the league in total yards, #2 in passing, and in both of those categories, they set the franchise single-season record. The quarterback did. And there's 2 of them in this organization that are in the Pro Football Hall of Fame that never had a better season throwing the ball than Dak did.
As Mickey mentioned, the tough roster decisions loom ahead for the weekend. And there are 2 rookies trying to make the team who were stars on the same college defense. We'll talk to them when we come back on Inside Cowboys Training Camp, brought to you by Ford.
Inside Cowboys Training Camp, presented by Ford, is brought to you by AT&T. Sleep Number. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps everyone from parents to pros improve their performance through quality sleep. Only at a Sleep Number store. And by Ford. Visit your local Ford dealer. Ford is the best in Texas. This segment is brought to you by Sleep Number. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps everyone from parents to pros improve their performance through quality sleep. Only at a Sleep Number store.
Welcome back. It's Inside Cowboys Training Camp, brought to you by Ford. Brad Sham, Mickey Spagnola. And as Mickey told you earlier, the roster decisions this weekend are really difficult, particularly without a preseason and mini camps for rookies to show their stuff. So there aren't going to be many rookie free agents make this team, but one who's got a great chance is the rookie linebacker from Utah, Francis Bernard, who is trying to make the best that he can out of not having those preseason games.
I didn't expect not to have the preseason games. I was looking forward to having them to, obviously showcase my talent and, provide the team with the film that, I needed. But even without it, I knew coming in that I was going to be a guy that, had to know the playbook inside and out, would have to show out on special teams. And so, every day before I got here, I just made sure I mastered those things. And then ever since I've been here, I feel like I've been able to, do just that, whether it's show out on special teams or show out, any chance I can in the team reps. And so, like I said, all the film's there, and so now it's just up to the decision makers to see where I land.
Utah had a really good defense in college football last year, and probably the two ringleaders were Bernard and defensive end Bradley Anae, who the Cowboys drafted. Now, he's behind some veteran All-Pros, but how's his camp gone for him?
Yeah, I think camp has gone along pretty well for the defensive line. Obviously, coming into the program with a lot of veteran guys to learn from, it's been a great opportunity, and I just want to be like a sponge and absorb everything, and also just observe and listen, see how they go about the game and stuff.
I think deep down the Cowboys would like to keep both of those guys on the 53-man roster, but this is when the juggling act comes in. Can I afford to keep Anae? I don't know how much he would play behind some of the defensive ends the Cowboys have. And then it comes down to, for Francis Bernard, Brad, do they keep 7 linebackers or 6 linebackers? Or does he knock somebody off that you would think is going to make this team?
There's a veteran defensive lineman who has fought his way back from injury again, and he's a key participant. We'll hear from him when we come back on Inside Cowboys Training Camp, brought to you by Ford.
This segment was brought to you by Sleep Number. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps everyone from parents to pros improve their performance through quality sleep. Only at a Sleep Number store.
Welcome back to Inside Cowboys Training Camp, brought to you by Ford. Brad Sham, Mickey Spagnola. We've talked throughout this last several weeks about the defense. We've talked about the linebackers and all the star defensive ends, but we probably don't give Tyrone Crawford the attention he deserves. He is now the linchpin of defensive tackles, fighting his way back from 2 hip surgeries, and that's not the first time for him.
Yeah, I've been through it before. I've had lingering injuries that, in the off season, you don't think you're at that point where you're going to be able to come back, and those thoughts go through your head. And I can't lie to you guys, I definitely had those thoughts, but continue to push through them. Reached out for advice, on guys that have had it before, and also just doctors that can give me some advice on what stretches I can do, or what I can do differently, and just took that and used it, and things just started to get better slowly. I prayed about it a lot, and started feeling good at the right time, and I'm just super thankful for it.
Before Tyrone Crawford had the 2 hip surgeries in the offseason or in the regular season, he was bummed out, and he didn't know if he wanted to continue playing football, but I think he made a good decision. The rehab went well, and he looks like he's going to be part of that rotation on the defensive line. Tyrone
Crawford is one of the mentally toughest players in that locker room. The Cowboys are lucky to have him, and now we're almost on to game week, and Mickey and I will be back to wrap up this summer series and talk about our expectations tomorrow on Inside Cowboys Training Camp, brought to you by Ford.
Inside Cowboys Training Camp, presented by Ford, was brought to you by AT&T. Sleep Number. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps everyone from parents to pros improve their performance through quality sleep. Only at a Sleep Number store. Ford. Visit your local Ford dealer. Ford is the best in Texas. And by the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.